Hello everybody. It's Dixie, Crafting with Dixie. I just thought I'd get on here and try and do a video with my new webcam. Um, I begged my husband for this new webcam so that I could start doing lives with you all, and join in and be a creator. So I've got a lot, and I mean a lot, to learn about creating videos. And I'm hoping that I can get a lot of help from you all in the future. I'm going to start off by explaining to you guys what my plans are for 2020. I plan on becoming a creator with all of you guys. So far things have not been going to plan. I've always used Windows movie player to edit my past videos when I was in the weight loss community, and this year I have not done anything in the last, I want to say 2 years as far as videos goes. And I had a very rude awakening when I found out that they're no longer supporting Windows Movie Maker. Yes, you can still download it, you can still get it, you can still use it, but a lot of the features are missing from it. So one of the things that I've noticed is that when I put a video in to edit it, my intro video will play sound and play through, but it won't play my actual videos. There's no sound. There's picture but no sound to the video. So I've been looking up other free, I found a site that suggested 3 different players were the top 3 that they suggested, and I found those 3 players that they suggested were garbage. I can't get nowhere with those videos. The one let's see, it was DaVinci, I believe is how you say it, DaVinci. And it was harder than heck for me to download, let alone try and operate. I'm not versed in too much of this computer technology, so I am I'm struggling to figure it all out. Oh, where'd it go? So I'm struggling to figure it out, and so I've been downloading different, for the past 3 days I've been working on this. I made my first video, and I needed to edit it really badly because my husband was 2 rooms away from me making a phone call to the bank, and the bank asked him for his social security number, and well, you could hear it plain as day in my video, him saying his social security number, and I don't want that out there. So I thought, well, I just kept on filming because I figured, well, I can edit that out, right? And so how do you edit a video that you can't hear? And that's where I needed to hear it to know where to place the edit. And I knew right around the time frame, but still there was information that I was talking about around that frame that I didn't want gone. So, and needless to say, the Windows Movie Maker is no longer an option. And so I'm trying other movie makers. But as I'm using these makers, they're throwing my videos out with them. You know, my videos are going with them. So I'm having to remake them and remake them and remake them, but that's okay, because I'm just like getting all kinds of things off my chest, and you guys aren't even having to hear it all. But in any case, yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm just kind of just trying to struggle to figure it out, but I think once I figure it out, I will be able to get this channel up and on, getting it. I'm not going to sign up with Marissa on a time for live until I can get everything worked out. So I want to get most of the kinks figured out before I get that far. So I will just continue to work on the kinks, and Marissa, when I get things figured out and I think I'm ready, I'll contact you on getting that date. That time to do a live. I was going to try and do live on my phone when I found out you can't do them on your phone unless you have 1,000 subscribers, in which I do not, especially since I separated from my other channel. I do not have 1,000 subscribers. I barely have 2. So I'm hoping that you guys will all subscribe to my channel, and I will be kind of boring at first until I get it figured out how to discuss and how to edit and all this other stuff. When I get it figured out, I'll be a freight train, I guarantee you. It's just going to take a little bit of figuring it out. I never have been a very fast learner as far as I do better with visual learning than with like being told something. A lot of times for it to click into my brain, I have learning disabilities, and so a lot of times for that kind of stuff to kick into my brain, I have to be shown, and I have to be told over and over and over and over and over, and then shown. But it's really kind of odd, because when it comes to crafting, I don't know if it's because I just have the fascination with crafting that makes it easier, but with crafting I can visualize it once and pick it up. I've always been that way. So back when I was in grade school, we were taught I was taught at the age of 10 how to cross stitch and how to knit and how to crochet. They did it in school because we were bused to school. They did it in school, like in the mornings or after school if the bus was not here yet. We would work on. Us girls were bored to death. They would take us to the gymnasium or the auditorium, and they would play cartoons. The old Woody Woodpecker, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, those kinds of cartoons back in my day. And us girls, a big group of us girls, were telling the principal we were bored with movies, and we wanted to know if we could do something else. And it was winter, and we couldn't go outside or anything to play out on the playground because of the snowfall and everything. So the principal came up with an idea of getting all of us girls together separately any of just only if you wanted to learn a craft, we would pay a couple of dollars a semester, and they would go to the craft store and get what we needed to learn how to do what we were, whatever we were doing for that semester. And so I learned, the first thing I learned was knitting. And I loved it. From the minute that they taught it to me, I loved it. And we would just make simple little projects, headbands and whatnot. And then we would go to crocheting. And it was the same thing. A couple of dollars and for the semester, and they would have teachers sit down with us and teach us how to do crocheting. And then on the third semester it was cross stitch. And then on the last semester it was you doing whatever of the three that you learned, just doing it and refining it. And cross stitch is the one that I like the most, and so cross stitch is the one that I continued with, and I started babysitting and earning money for my supplies. And I just kept buying charts, and I would ask my teacher where could we get charts, and she would tell me to go to so and so store, and so I'd have my dad take me to the store, and I'd go pick out a chart and floss and go home and cross stitch in my spare time. That's what I did for my entertainment. I was not a kid that hung out with very many other kids. I was kind of a loner child. I kind of stayed into my own group. I didn't associate with any certain group of kids. And I would just craft. I would cross stitch and stuff. And so I decided, that I was going to continue that as my hobby. Turned out to be cross stitch. Well, by the time I was in my mid-20s, those simple little charts were just way too easy for me to do. I couldn't get myself to do them simple little charts. So after my third baby, we decided to get our first computer, and I sought out hobbyware. So I picked up pattern stitch, and so I started making a lot of my own charts. From family video or family photos, that kind of thing. And I like the look of my own charts. So I want to take my channel over this next year, and I want to experiment with buying some of my own drills. I want to experiment with making my own canvases out of sewing interfacing, the kind that has the glue on one side, and then you just lay your pattern pieces flat on the glue side of the interfacing, and iron them down. That part works out really, really well. The paper will not come back up off that glue once it's glued down. The part that I'm having troubles with is the sticky side. Now, I was trying not to invest in the tack it over and over glue. I was trying to use that the Aleene's regular tacky glue. Found out very quickly that that does not work. It does adhere it for about 3 weeks, and then it starts to crystallize and pull away from the plastic. I was using liner paper, shelving liner paper, as you know, liner paper has a sticky side, and I was buying the crystal clear, which was kind of more of a vinyl, tacky. And it, like I said, it pulled away, and it peeled right off the paper, and it left the paper with a really super shiny coating on the paper. So I did mail off and get me some of that Aleene's Tack It Over and Over glue. This is the Aleene's Tack It Over and Over glue. And I got this on Amazon. I got 2 bottles for $7. Shipping was free. Only because I had bought other products alongside it. I did also send away for silk screen, but it turned out silk screen is too thin. So I will find another use for the silk screen. But I've got the canvases figured out. Now where my problem lies is finding the drills, the proper drills to the first company I went with was free diamond paintings. And they kind of screwed me over as far as the drills. It's a long story, and I'm not going to go into it because it will bore you. But that fell through. So then I started searching out Stitches to Stones, or I think it's Stitches to Stones. And they have drills on their site for 14 cents a pack of 200. Mind you, I already realized that that's probably a China-based company, and it's going to take weeks. I think it says 8 weeks for it to get to you, 6 to 8 weeks. So I figure if I start doing customs, and I just have a few customs done, made up through the companies first, while I'm working on those detailed customs, I could be ordering resins from this company and get ahead on other paintings on the side without you all knowing about it, And so that's what I'm gonna do. I've got one that I've already made the chart up and everything of my kitty cat Scotchy, who passed away 3 years ago. And he's on my chest, and he's got this cutest little expression on his face with his eyes kind of squinted, and he's got his little pink tongue hanging way out. And how I caught that picture, I'll never know. But it's like one of my very favorite pictures of him. And so I made that up. I made that chart up myself, and I'm going to send away. It's going to cost me about $40 for the drills. But I already had bought the supplies for the canvas, and I've already got the tack it over and over glue that I'm going to use for the top. I'm going to send away for some of those pieces, that the opaque covered pieces. I'm going to send away for those, so that when I do make a painting, I can cover it right away with that. But I am going to create some of my very own customs. I did put the light pad behind the interfacing, and that idea, and it shines through the interfacing just the same way as the light pad does through the canvases we get. So that idea does work. I just need to put it to use. So I'm going to be working on doing that, but probably off on the side of what I'm doing now. I'm going to, I've got one custom I sent out to Pretty Neat Creative. I was waiting for Diamond Art Club for a long time, but they're having some kind of problem with their customs right now, so they're not taking any customs, and I got tired of waiting. I would like to get my act on the road and get my channel up and running and that kind of thing. So I did do a selfie with my hubby one night on a hot summer night. I did do a selfie with my husband because we haven't had pictures of us together since we were first married. And now that I have a cell phone, for the longest time we only had a landline phone, but I talked my husband into letting me get a cell phone. It's not a big fancy cell phone or anything, but it works. It's an Android. And that's what I was using to make videos. Before I sent off and got the webcam. And then I took that picture and I put it in my paint program in my computer. And so I've got it off to one side of the paint canvas in Paint. On the other side, I put four pictures of each of my grandchildren at the age of 1.5. And then I pasted it into my paint project next side of mine and my husband's picture. Because I can't seem to get all my grandchildren together at one time to get a photo of them and us together. So this was my way of getting a photo of them and us together. And then in the paint program, when you go to save it, you can save as, and I always hit JPEG image, and it creates like a poster like picture with all the pictures that you put on there. And so I created the JPEG image, and then I had it put in my photos folder. And then when I decided to order with Pretty Neat Creative, I pulled it out of the folder and I sent it in, and I prayed that they weren't going to reject it. You know, tell me they couldn't do it that way. But so far, knock on wood, it's been several days and I have not heard anything from them saying that they weren't going to be able to do it or anything. So my fingers are crossed that they're going to accept it and they will do it in that format. Because if they will do it in that format for me, I will be ordering a lot more customs through them. I do want to try Rachel over at Treasure Studio Arts. See if she can't do something similar for me. If it's doable through her company too or not. Because if she tells me it's doable, then I'm going to have her design me up some custom canvases from here on out. Because I really like their quality too. I know already that the pictures have to be very crystal clear. And so I only choose the best ones of my bunch. I have a lot of them that aren't very clear. But when I put them into my pattern maker, I really don't have any problems with them making patterns out of them. So the ones that are not as great a quality, I will do myself with my pattern, with my own pattern maker, and I'll just send out for the come off of there, you. I'll just send in for the drills with stitches and stones. I saw a Y and now I can't see it. Well, we'll put it back in there and we'll save it for another time. So yeah, so that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the routes. Well, then I noticed that a lot of you were being able to get kits for, you know, like paint by number kits. You were getting them for free, and I was like writing to you all, asking everybody, you know, how are you guys getting those for free? And they were like, well, they mail it. They mail you the information in your email. And I said, well, I'm not getting no emails from nobody like that. And so then I was told it was through Victoria's Moon. So I wrote Victoria's Moon, and I asked them, how can I get a free paint by number kit? What do you got to do to get a free paint by number kit? She wrote me back, and she told me that she sent me all the information on she said that they just basically require that you put their link up on your video when you make a video, and they want you to make sure that you film a video that lets them know how you enjoyed working on their canvases and whatnot. Did the paint or the drills or whatever, did it meet my satisfaction, and did I have any troubles or any problems and that kind of thing? And I said, oh, I can do that. She goes, are you still interested? And I said, yeah, I'm still interested. So she sent me the link for either a free diamond painting or a paint by number. And I decided that I'd rather continue to go with a diamond painting. If they were willing to let me sample a diamond painting. So she told me I could choose a diamond painting or a paint by number, but the could not be larger than 55 centimeters on the short side. And I said, okay, that's doable. Well, I did the same concept with her that I did with Pretty Neat and Creative. I went in and I formed a same kind of a chart, but I did it with my cats. I did it with Scotchy, the cat that passed 3 years ago. 3 pictures of him on one side of the canvas, and then 3 pictures of Mickey, the cat I have now, on the other side of the canvas. And she sent it back to me this morning and said that it's not doable for diamond painting. I wanted to say, well, it's doable for another company, but I kept my mouth shut. I'm not going to do that. It just means that, you know, I won't do it with her company anymore. I'll just do single photos only with her company. But if I can find other companies that will do that format with me, I'm going to do that format more often. Because I want my paintings to be detailed. I want them to be a lot in them. I want them to have a lot of color. I'm a color person. I love color. Paintings with a lot of one color just don't thrill me. It's like paying for nothing. So I want it to be the most amount of colors they can put in them. I want them to be the greatest detail they can get into them. I ordered my Pretty Neat and Creative one. I believe it was a oh, no wax in my pen. No wonder I can't pick them up. I believe the dimensions on it were 50 by 70. I swear the wax is not going into my pen. That time it did. And so far, I have not had Pretty Neat and Creative come back and say they couldn't do it. But Treasure Studio Arts said that they wouldn't do it. So I just won't. Or not Treasure Studio Arts. Victoria's Moon told me that they wouldn't do it. So I probably just won't use them for that concept anymore. Now, I'm not saying I won't order them from them no more, because that, you know, that's the way they want to do it, you know. And that's not going to stop me from trying to order from them ever again. She didn't say it in a bad mood or a bad way or anything like that. She just said, I just don't think it's going to work for a diamond painting. And she said, can you narrow it down to just one of the pictures? And I wrote her back and I told her, yes, I'm sorry, I'm new at this, and especially with customs, and I just, you know, apologized for doing it to her, and I chose my favorite one out of the bunch of Scotchy, and it's got a lot of color. It's Christmassy. Doing Christmas. I do Christmas all year round, you guys. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. And normally I am the person who does Christmas 24/7, 360 days a year. I am the person who can listen to Christmas music in June. this year, for some reason, all the excitement of the depression with I fostered my grandchildren for 2.5 years. And my daughter's got them back now, but things are not going good. And so I kind of was a little depressed. And especially when on Christmas Day, Veda shows up to the Christmas dinner with a broken arm, and I was not called or told anything about it. I was very, very upset about it. It just did not put me in the Christmas mood. The whole thing dealing with her, and she was depressing me. She would have me out long hours of every single day, and doing her running around crap, and I don't know, and I was burned out, and she beat me up several times throughout this whole ordeal, and I've called the law on her a couple times. The last one, she was pounding my head into the gear shift. Thank God she didn't attack me while I was driving, you know. But she waited till I parked the car and then started fighting me for my car keys, and grabbed my head and started slamming it into the gear shift. So I bit her, and then that's how I broke away from her. And I got out of the car and I grabbed my cell phone. She was trying to grab my cell phone from me, and I called 911 really quick like, and she hurried up and ushered her and her kids into the house and locked the door until the cops got there, and then come running out there with the chicken with her head cut off. And the cops kind of sided with her and told me I had to give her back her spare house key when I was using it. But see, I found out her secret, that she was back on the drugs. She didn't want me in her house because she would know that I would find out her secret about her being already not even staying clean a week, and already being back on the drugs and back into the drug life. So her being locked up in a facility for a year and a half didn't do no good. Absolutely no good. So right now I'm kind of fighting back and forth, trying to get custody of my grandkids. I'm trying to get them out of her custody. She doesn't show them any kind of love. She shows Rocco more animosity, anger, and if she yells at these kids the way she yells at me with her teeth all showing and looking like the devil, you know, and these kids, they tell me they don't want to live with her. They beg and cry and plead to stay with me and my husband. So that was depressing me over the Christmas holiday. Yeah, so I did send her the one photo of Scotchy, and I apologized for doing that to her, and I'm hoping that now that one picture was good enough, because it is my absolute most favorite one of Scotchy that I have. So I learned a lesson. I didn't take a whole lot of pictures of Scotchy. I mean, I took pictures, but nothing like I do of Mickey. Mickey gets a ton of pictures taken of him, because I want to, when he passes away, I want to be able to look back and say that was Mickey, and oh, look at Mickey here, and oh, look at Mickey there, and To this day, Scotchy is with me on a daily basis. I say good morning and good night to him every day. I have him on my screen, my computer screen. I also have him as my screensaver. I pet him. I pet his little screen every day when I turn the computer on for the day. And I see him as my background on my screen, in a different pose. And yeah, so I will be doing a lot of customs of Scotchy, because we had him for 25 years. He was like a member of the family, guys. When your pets are with you for that long, with a period of time, they become a child. They become just as if they're your children. I gotta shift, guys. My back is killing me. They are just like your children. And so I can see why Jeremy does, pictures of his doggy and his kitty. Because they're like your children. And it's just fun. It's fun to do family, and it's fun to do pets. So that's where I'm gonna go with it. So I'll be doing a lot of family photos. I'll be doing a lot of my pets. I also have fascination with the old churches. So when my husband and I would go on rides, when we went for vacation, we went to the Black Hills. We took side highways. We didn't take interstates. And I took pictures of old churches along the way. So I think I might pull out some of those old vacation pictures, and I think I might send off and have diamond paintings done of these old churches that I used to take pictures of. So I might start doing pictures of churches. There was one winter I went around and I took pictures of snowmen. So it is winter time right now, and we are into the winter scene. So if and when we get a snowfall here in Omaha, Nebraska, I will be going out and I will be taking me some pictures of kids on the slopes, and pictures of the kids down at the parks playing in the snow, and pictures of my grandkids building snowmen, because they haven't done it yet, and I think it would be nice to watch them do it. And that's kind of where I'm going to go with my customs, you guys. That's what my customs are going to be about. Just lots of fun things. I'm going to see if my daughter, she did a video and she won a prize for this video for a music group. And she was a promoter. She would promote, she would go around and she would put posters of the group and that kind of thing. And she would post, posters for this group. And she did a video, and she won prizes for her video that she did for this group. They were going to use the video she did not come in first place, but she came in like second or third. Can't remember if it was second or if it was third place, but I loved it because the video is taken with her walking through different parts of Omaha, doing things that fit the theme of the music in that video. And I might get with her and see if she'll find out if I can use scenes from that video. If she has a copy of it, because there were a lot of pictures of her doing a like building a heart in the sand out of the lake on a beach, a sand beach. I think would make a wonderful diamond painting. And so I'm going to get with her and I'm going to find out if I can get the okay to use it in a diamond painting. And I'm going to do that. And there's just some other things she did in that video I thought were really cool, like walking along the skyline of the Omaha downtown skyline, which I think is beautiful at night. And so I might go down. They still have the Christmas lights up yet. I might go down and take pictures of the mall all lit up in the Christmas lights. And maybe turn that into a diamond painting. So I have ideas. I might take my grandkids to the park and take pictures of them playing on the park toys. You know? And make a small collage of them playing on the park toys. And turn it into a diamond painting. I'm also going to be doing the Pippa Brown, the Pippa package challenge for Vegemite. She said she mailed it out to me, so I'm just waiting patiently. It's coming through the snail mail. But I decided I'm going to get my husband in on that challenge. So this ought to be a hilarious challenge. So I'm going to do I'm going to do two pieces of toast, and I'm going to spread it thinly by itself on one piece, and then I'm going to do your bumblebee method on the other piece, Pippa, and I went and bought some clover honey that is made from clovers here in our own area, in the Omaha area here, because I read that it's better for you to do honey from your area than it is to go outside your area. Oh, excuse me. I had a rough sleep last night, guys. My back kept me up all night, and I absolutely couldn't stand the pain no longer, so I got up and I come out here and started filming this. So I'm going to put this into my newest editor. I'm on my 4th or 5th one. I cannot find one that will. I cannot find an editor that will do the complete editing. You know, putting the intro in, putting an extra, or I guess that's what you would call it. I don't know what you would call it. In at the end, and any other edits that you want to do in the middle. I get to 1 or 2 edits and it locks it up and throws it out, and I can't get past that. And if I use the Windows Movie Editor, it won't let you hear what the video clip is. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I'll try and get these edited. I'll try and get them up. I'm gonna let you guys go here in a little bit. I'm just gonna keep it kind of short here today for my first video out, because I've made some longer ones and they, like I said, I'm having troubles getting them to edit. So I don't know where that just landed, but it's on the painting somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So I'm also getting in on the Crashly Crafts. I'm getting in on her Facebook group, and they're doing a photo of the Aurora Borealis. It's a particular one. There's a lot of different paintings out there of the Aurora Borealis. They had I guess a group vote or something, and they voted on this one particular painting, and so I've got that coming in today. The one that they gave me the link to, though, was for $6.39, but it was not a Prime painting that you could get on Prime. It would have came through snail mail, and I didn't want to wait for the snail mail, so I got it through Prime. I paid $8.97 for it plus tax, and but it's got the 3-day shipping, or 2-day shipping. 2-day shipping. So I went back and told her that I'd ordered it, and she seemed surprised. And she said, "Are you going to do it too, Dixie?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to join you guys." And I told her that I had already placed the order. So mine will be here today. And she said all we have to do is just post our progress throughout the month. Post our progress on our painting on the Facebook group. So I can do that. No sweat. The only problem I might have is once I have my surgery, I might be slowed down as far as placing drills on canvases and whatnot. So it may take me a little longer than the month because I'm starting late. I'm not getting a very early start. But I'm getting an earlier start than I would have if I'd have used their link. So, and the one I got, just so that you know, Crashly, the one that I got is the exact same one that you guys had on that link, except for mine has rhinestones for the stars. So, it comes with the rhinestone tool as well as the glue. It says that they're glued on. So I'm excited because I've not done any fancy diamond painting, with jewels and special drills and any of that kind of stuff. I've not done any of that yet. So this will be new for me. So I will be putting this particular painting away. Once it gets here, it should be here, I don't know, any time. It says it's out for delivery. They have till 9 o'clock to have it here, so. I just keep walking out to the living room and opening up the door to see if it's laying on the steps, because they're really good. I don't know about for you guys, but around here they don't even knock or nothing. They just lay it on the ground and walk off. I don't like that. I would love it, if I'm home, they would knock on the door. I've even asked for special directions, but they don't follow them. I always tell them to put it at the back door on the south side of the house. And they never do it. As I live on a highway, guys. It runs right through the smack dab middle of Omaha, and it's Highway 92. And I live at, well, I better not say my address, but I live on a very popular corner of a side street and the highway. And my house is right on the very corner. I lived across the street from a Jimmy John's. And I live about a block down the road is a Taco John's. And they're just now putting in a Popeye's chicken. And then up about a block and a half the other direction is they're putting in a Raising Cane's chicken, which I don't know how popular Raising Cane's is, but they have been voted the #1 chicken outfit here in Omaha. So their chicken must be pretty good. I've never really eaten there. But now that they're building up just a half a block up the street, I will be buying. And I do eat a lot of chicken with my weight loss. I'll be going up there to check out to see if they have any baked chicken. Checking that out. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm waiting for that painting to get here. And then I won a painting from Beth, who is Shines Like a Diamond. And it's a Diamond Art Club. I'm going to see if I can contact her today, and if it would be okay with her if I unboxed it and showed it like normal, because it is my very first Diamond Art Club. I would like to be able to unbox it if she doesn't mind if I do it. I know it, I want it, and it's a gift, but I still would like to, as my very first Diamond Art Club. I told her of my excitement because I told her this is my very first of all, it's my first win to win anything, and second of all, sorry guys, there was a siren going off. I was wondering what the deal is. And second of all, it's my very first Diamond Art Club, guys. And so I want you guys to see my excitement. And I was a little nervous because I thought it had gotten stolen off my steps or something, because she told me she mailed it 2 weeks ago, or she mailed it the Tuesday before Christmas. Is what she told me she was going to mail it. And I told her, please don't be in a hurry. I'm not in that big of a hurry. But when she told me, she was really adamant, no, I'm mailing it out on Tuesday, as that's just the day I go to the post office, that whole spiel. And so I just assumed she had mailed it that Tuesday, and I've been watching for it. And I contacted her last night to let her know that I still, to this day, have not seen it at all. And I wanted to know if she had mailed it that Tuesday, because I was worried that it had gotten stolen. And she came back with, she was sorry that, no, it probably didn't get stolen, because she just mailed it out 2 days ago, because she was struggling with finding a box to put it in. It wouldn't fit in any of the boxes that she was bringing home. So she decided to just tape it up really super good and send it in the Diamond Art Club box that it was in, and pray that it got here safely and in halfway decent condition. And I told her that was fine, that I fully understood, and that I was just mostly nervous at the fact that I thought she had already mailed it, and that I was worried that it was stolen. And I didn't know how I was going to tell her it was stolen, you know. But she said, no, it's okay and it's fine. And she once again apologized to me, and she didn't need to apologize to me. I wasn't upset or anything. I'm a very easygoing person, and it takes a lot to upset me about anything. So I told her no worries. I was just getting worried that maybe we had got a new mailbox system recently. They decided to go to an all community mailbox, and so we don't get mail delivered at our doors anymore. We have to walk. I have to walk a half a block up the street. I don't know how I'm going to do that if I have back surgery. I don't know how I'm going to get my mail. My best friend called me from Tennessee, and she told me she thought that if I could prove with a doctor's note or something to the post office that it would be a struggle for me in the wintertime to get up there to that to the post office box, that they would continue to deliver at my door. But I don't think it's working out like that. I don't think that's going to happen. I think if I proved that I didn't have a leg anymore or anything, they would do it, but I don't know. It would take an awful lot. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end this video here. I'm getting a little on the tired side. I have not been sleeping well. It's getting to be close to what? It's like 1:03 here. So I think I'm going to go get me something to eat because I've not had breakfast yet. And I found the drill I dropped a while back. I have not eaten breakfast yet, and I woke up not feeling very well today, and so I'm going to go make me a hot cup of tea and maybe some oatmeal and see if my sleeve will accept it or not. And make me up I drink a lot of water, you guys, and so in my videos you'll see me drinking a lot of water, but I'm going to tilt you guys up. Let me see. Okay. Alright, guys. I use these bottles here. This is a Snapple bottle, but I went and bought a special long-handled brush, and I scrub it out in between every serving. I scrub them out. I take the labels off them, and I use one for about a month, and then I throw it away. I buy another one, and I continue to use it. But I don't like using the 1 gallon pitchers that I have, because the water, to me it tastes funny. It tastes funny in those 1 gallon pitchers, and I'm gonna turn you guys face me. I'm done diamond painting. So I decided that I would use these bottles, and so that's my process. This is once a month I buy me a special Snapple tea, peach tea, but I buy it in the diet. And then when it's gone, I wash the bottle out, and then I reuse it on. I make. So this bottle gets washed a couple times a day, because I drink about 2.5 of these a day, because when you have gastric bypass surgeries, you've got to drink a lot of water because you can dehydrate really easily. And so you're going to be seeing me drinking out of my favorite cup. I keep this cup full of ice, and when I first had my surgery I couldn't do ice, But just recently I've started doing more ice, and so I dug out my keg cup and I fill it with ice, and then I just slowly pour my flavored water. Right now I have um, Hawaiian Punch flavored. I don't know the exact flavor. This is not green apple. It is, oh gosh. I will have to find the flavor for you and let you know on a different video, but um, it's like one of my favorite flavors. But the one I like the most is the Great Value Walmart brand peach peach tea in the diet. And so I do a lot of water that way. So you're going to be seeing me doing a lot of water in my videos. I'm going to try and get this one finished. I'm hoping to get it finished before the other one gets here. I'll probably continue to work on it, but I got to go get me something to eat because I'm not feeling well. And I'm going to call and check up on my grandson who's 10 years old and having a colonoscopy done today. Because they're looking for Crohn's disease. He has a disorder where he won't eat, and so they're thinking that his not wanting to eat is due to Crohn's disease. Because they say in children with Crohn's disease, children tend to develop sores in their digestional tract, and they then don't want to eat because of the pain. So they are going to do a colonoscopy on him and test for Crohn's disease today. And this boy does not eat or drink anything. And hence why his wrists are only probably that big and round, and he's 10 years old. His wrists are about the size of a 1-year-old baby, or anywhere from newborn to 1 years old. His wrists are that small. They're tiny. And he's not very tall. He's falling off the growth charts. So they are drastically, trying to find out why he is struggling with growing and with gaining weight and eating. And they were thinking it was that he didn't like the textures of stuff in his mouth. But they're now starting to say they think it's related to Crohn's disease. And after everything I've read about Crohn's, he seems to fit the guidelines. So, but yeah, I'm going to go call her on that. I'm also going to find out from her if Pretty Neat Creative have gotten back to her about not wanting to do that style photo for me. But my fingers are crossed. Every once of my hairs crossed. That I'm hoping that they will do that format, and if they will do that format for me on this one, I'm hoping they'll do it on future ones. So I probably will not place 4 of them in a picture. I will probably try and cross over 2 of them in themes. So like maybe 2 of my favorite birthday paintings or something to that sort, or put a birthday with the current picture. I don't know, I have so many ideas, and so I'm going to put them to use. What else? I think that's about it. So I'm waiting for paintings from Free Diamond Painting. They gave me a free $10 coupon. I took advantage of it so that I can use those cheap paintings in between waiting for customs to come in. So I'm waiting for 2 paintings off of that. I'm waiting for the painting from Pretty Neat Creative to come through. I'm waiting for my free painting that I won from Beth to come through, 'Shine Like a Diamond'. I'm waiting for 2 paintings off of that. I'm waiting for the painting from Pretty Neat Creative to come through. I'm waiting for my free painting that I won from Beth to come through, 'Shine Like a Diamond'. I'm waiting for 2 paintings off of that. I'm waiting for my free painting that I won from Beth to come through, 'Shine Like a Diamond'. And I'm waiting for my Victoria's Moon custom painting to come through. So now I want to try a custom from each company to see what company I think is the best, and then I will choose a company that I want to go with for the most part from here on out for my customs. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to go eat, and I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful day. Please hit the like button if you liked my video, which I hope you did. I hope I don't have too many haters out there yet. Please subscribe. Please give me a break and a chance to get used to doing this. This is my very first video for the crafting community. And I did change my name to Crafting with Dixie so that I can fit in with the rest of you in the community. You may still call me Dixie. I'm fine with that. You don't have to call me Crafting with Dixie. You can just call me Dixie. If you guys ever want to contact me, I do have Facebook. You'll find me under Dixie Kane. Just send me a friend request, and I will accept it, and we can communicate on Messenger if you want to do that. Or you can send me email in my email is on my YouTube page. My front page should have my email on it. If it does not, if you guys don't see it, get with me and I will give you my email if you want to talk to me or communicate with me through there. It's just Kane Sotherbell. It's not Southern, it's Souther with an R. SOUTHERBELL at gmail.com. And I'm always checking my emails constantly throughout the day, so I should get it. Alright. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Happy crafting, everybody.